Good morning, everyone. Before I jump into COVID stuff, to all the Bills fans out there, I'm sorry, but unfortunately we've seen it before, so let's hope that it's not um, going to get in their way of going to the playoffs this year. So what you're hearing about COVID in our area is very true. It is spiking up severely. In fact, the town of Amherst last week had a 12% positivity rate. And I can tell you that's reflected in some of the numbers that I'm going to give you today. So last week, 4 staff members at Canterbury Woods, all in Williamsville, tested positive for the virus. And we haven't had that many in many months. So 4 in 1 week. And we still have about 50 tests outstanding. A couple of those that tested positive are associated with the skilled nursing portion of Oxford. And so I can tell you first, as a result, all of the residents in skilled nursing Oxford have been tested once with no positives. They're monitored. They will all be tested again tomorrow and later this week. So I want to preface this by saying, as of right now, we don't have any resident positive cases either in our health center or in independent living. So I'll preface it by saying that. That being said, as a result of the staff members being positive in skilled nursing, and per the New York State protocols, we have had to suspend visitation in skilled nursing. I mean, you've heard me talk about that as a possibility for months now. We are there at this point. So currently there is no in-person visitation in skilled nursing. For more information on that, I know family members have been contacted directly by our staff at skilled nursing. If you're a family member you haven't, please reach out to Oxford Skilled Nursing and they will update you on the visitation guidelines. Right now, we don't know exactly how long we're going to be without in-person visitation in skilled nursing, and because we have more tests coming in, and it's going to be at minimal into next week. Minimally, and it could go on based upon what's happening in New York State. All of the health center right now, all of skilled nursing is considered a yellow zone. You've heard about that designation in Western New York. It's also a yellow zone within skilled nursing, and really what that means is that the residents are being kept in their rooms. There's very little movement throughout skilled nursing right now, certainly no mingling of residents. And all of our staff members, our direct care staff members, in the provision of direct care are fully gowned, gloved, obviously masked, and goggles. So we're treating it, this is per New York State Department of Health guidelines, it's all considered a yellow zone, and so we're treating it accordingly in the provision of direct care. Again, I will reiterate, no residents have tested positive, but this is purely precautionary based upon the guidelines established with the New York State Department of Health and are a result of staff members testing positive for the virus. Also, as per last week, all staff members associated with the health center, any staff members that spend any time at all in the health center are tested, have to be tested twice a week now, starting this week. It's been once a week mandatory testing for several months. It's gone back to twice a week, and that is a result of all of Western New York, Erie County being designated yellow by the governor and the state of New York. So twice a week. And that includes ancillary staff too, some dining staff, housekeeping staff, maintenance staff. between 150 and 180 of our staff members are going to be tested once or twice a week as a result of the yellow zone designation here in Western New York. I can tell you that a personal care aide in independent living, a personal care aide that provided care to a resident in independent living tested positive last week. And this is a result of our new protocol that went into effect the week before, where we require all personal care aides, companion aides, family caregivers, any other caregiver that's coming in to provide in-apartment personal care to independent living residents, they have to provide a negative test to us that's less than a week old. That started the week before last, and we have already found somebody who tested positive. So you can see why that protocol was enacted, and it will continue. Again, no, we have not, we don't know of any independent living residents who have tested positive at this point. Just going down my list. On the independent side, on the health center side, before I forget, assisted living. Assisted living visitation continues with in-person visitation as per the New York State Department of Health guidelines. And it's because we haven't had any staff or residents, but any staff members that are specific to assisted living test positive. So while skilled nursing visitation, in-person visitation, is on hold, assisted living in-person visitation remains. On the independent side, we have not done anything, dining remains the same. We had fitness classes this morning. Our visitation policy, as per our testing guidelines for people coming in that want to visit overnight, getting the antigen test, etc., that all remains in place at this point. Now, I want to preface it by saying that all of that, unfortunately, could change, and change rapidly based upon any positive tests, what happens in Western New York, what happens with, a decision by the Department of Health, the governor's office, etc., as cases continue to climb. So we're certainly going to keep everybody informed, as I am today. I'll be back here on Wednesday. There is a possibility that I will do another town hall on Friday based upon how rapidly things are changing. I will announce that on Wednesday if I choose to do that, and I think that I need to push more information out. So, on the independent side, dining, fitness, etc., all and visitation per our guidelines, all remains in place at this point. But it could change. It could change later today, it could change later this week. I will make sure that we get that information out to everybody. If anything changes, we'll get it out, both obviously through town halls and writing, etc. Again, I want to encourage everybody. There's a vaccine on the horizon, folks, and got another great test of another vaccine that came over the news today. Please be safe. Please wear your masks. Please think about the necessity of social gatherings, large social gatherings, going through the early part of the holidays here. I know it will be tough. It's going to be tough for my family as well. But please be safe. And let's look forward to getting to the point where we're going to have a vaccine available and have good choices. As I said, I think last week or the week before, Canterbury Woods has already ordered 1,000 doses of this vaccine. I don't know which one. It'll be one of the ones that you're hearing about, and we're not guaranteed 1,000 doses, but that's what we've ordered at this point, and let's hope that those are made available to us so that people that want to can have access. Thank you, and certainly if anybody has any questions, you can email me, rwallace@echa.org, and I'll be back here on Wednesday.